Today we are going to learn Python and JavaScript. So in Python, we are going to solve one problem called in CCC, CCC 2019 J2 question. And we are going to learn the string. There's a function called split and tuple and links. And we're going to see how to repeat the same characters. Okay, and in JavaScript, since it's our first class, so we just want something easier, and we just want to modify an HTML file canvas game, and also you know how to share your game to your classmates, your friends, and then we will see how to put it in your local computer and use the computer. Okay. Okay. All right. I think you guys already do some study on this question, like this question. So every time when I do the CCC question, so I will take some notes. And when we take the notes, we always take the notes about the number and the units. Okay, so like in these questions, and we have something called so you are going to send a message to your friend, right? So basically they are saying like this. You have a number which is like this number, like this number. For example, it's 9. You can watch it. All right. If you can watch it, could you please just try the same? Let me see. You should be able to watch it. Hey Jordan, could you just refresh? And okay, so everybody is good now. So let's continue. We have the question on here, and you're gonna send your friends a message. In your message, you have a positive integer, and you also have a symbol here. Like for example, you have 9 and space and plus here. So once you got this message, you should transform it to like this. You have 9 plus. Okay. So I hope you guys already read the question. If you don't, I will just go through it, and it's pretty easier. So in the input spec, and we will have the like the first line is saying number L. So in the number L, so like for example for this input is number 4, right? So number 4 means we're going to have 4 lines, like first line, second line, third line, and the 4 lines. So it's totally 4 lines you send to your friends. So always the first line would be the number, and in the output you should be able to output all the like here. If you convert it to the 9 plus, and here is 3 minus, and here is 12a, and here is 2x. Okay. And if you are unable to find the question, you should go to our website. You can go dataerror.ca. You go to this website. All right, dataerror.ca, and you hit enter. And we go to the service menu here, and you choose the first option called Canadian Computer Competition, CCC. All right. And under the description, and you'll find all the years. So I choose 2019. And today we are going to talk about J2. Okay, so you click on J2. Now you can see the question. I would give you guys a few minutes to read the question if you don't have it. And also take some note like what I did. First, you have to take the note on the number, like if it is n, and then you take n symbols. N times is a low. Okay. Hey Jordan, if you want to take notes, you can use a pencil and one piece of paper. You can take a note. It just helps you to understand the question. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's continue. Now, there are, I think you guys, if you follow the video before, I think you guys already have the software called PyCharm, like this, okay? If you don't, you should go Google and just type Python 3 online editor. You can type this and you hit enter. There's a website called repl.it. I like this one, and you can choose it to go here. All right. So if you don't, you can use this one to do your coding. Okay. But if you follow the video before, like what I did, and you should have PyCharm. So in PyCharm, if you are the first time to do the PyCharm, I want you to create a new project. And on your desktop, there's a folder called desktop. You can click here. And on your left hand side, you choose desktop, and you create a folder called projects. You can click new folder, projects. And under here, you can choose projects and click open. Okay. And in open, and you do like CCC. And since I already have CCC, and I can just do CCC2, and you click create. Okay. Like I'm going to open it right now. So you should have 2019 CCC. And if you don't have the PyCharm, once again, you don't have to do this. You can do it later. Okay. And now under the CCC project, I want you to right click and choose new, and just create a directory called 2019. Okay, you choose you type 2019. Okay, so we have the project, and then we have a folder here, and under 2019 we are going to create a file. You right click again, you choose Python file, and you type J2. Okay, J2. And once again, if you don't have the Jordan, you don't if you don't have PyCharm, you don't have to do this step. You will just do encoding in here. Okay, in the this website. All right, you do all your code here. So let's just give it a try, and like just print hello. Whoa. Okay, you may click run. It should show up here, hello world. Okay, the same thing in PyCharm. Let's just print hello world. Okay, and now you want to run this script, right? There's a menu called run over here. You click on run, and make sure you choose this option, the fourth one, instead of the first one. So you choose the first one, you run, and now you choose J2, the file you just create. Now you got print hello world, right? Now okay, so you can print hello world. Make sure you can print it on your PyCharm. Let's go back to our question, and we say so the first one is saying, okay, we're going to put read the first line. The first line is 4, right? So let's see how to read the first line from our program. So usually in Python we have a function called input, right? So you just do input, and you may run it right now. You can do just run. You can once again you can choose this one, or the second time you can choose the first one, run J2, and you got a shortcut over here. Or if you are in Windows, you can do Control R. So you click on the first option, and now you will come here and click here, and like for example you put 2, and then it will finish this run. Okay, for anyone doesn't have PyCharm, you can do the same thing, like here, input. Okay, so you can hit enter, and 2, and you should have the input over here. And let's just have our input to have a variable to hold the input. Whatever you input, and you should have a variable to hold the input. Like what I have here, I will define a variable called L. So you got the input from L. The first will go to the variable called L, and you probably want to print it out. You just say L. Okay. And now we will do run it, or you can do Control R. So let's see. I would say 55, and now you can get 55. Okay, but anything if you put it here from the input function, it would be just a string. just a string in from Python. So you would go just string. In order to have the string converted to the integer, so you got to have the function called let's see, called int. So you convert the function to L. Okay, so you will convert the variable L to integer. So let's do one more time. We're gonna run J2, and like we put 66. So still we got the same number. All right. Okay. So after that, we need to read the next 4 lines. So for example, in our example, we got these 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4. So how are we going to read all of them? You may just do like, give it a for loop. Like for example, for in a range L. So let's see. We'll print it out. Let's see, print I, and see what happened. You should always just test your code before you do the continue. So do the unit test, and it will help you to do the troubleshooting somehow later. Okay, and we'll run it again. Just run, and I will do like, for example, 55, and it will have 55 times, like all the way from 0 to 54. Okay. Now, since we got the first line, and we are going to read the next 4 lines. So how are we going to read the next 4 lines? Okay, so the first, so it will be the same thing like before. We will do like this. Like for example, I define another variable called line, and I will do the same thing. We get the input. Okay, so I will try print line and see what we got here. Okay, now let's try it one more time. So we are going to click run or Control R. So we are going to run it now, and we are going to copy the sample input, and you can do Control C. Okay, and you go back here, you click on the terminal, and now I paste. Okay, after I paste, it will print whatever we got from the input. So you see all the output here, exactly like what we got here, right? And now let's just keep moving. And you say, hey, how am I going to split this line into 2 variables? So the first one would be 9, right? The second one would be the space. And the third one should be the symbol here is a plus. So what we do here is like, I'm going to split them. Like, for example, the same thing, I'm going to have a variable to hold the result when after we split it. So we do the split. And by default in Python, we split it in space. And again, we can do print X. And let's see, Control R. So, and paste. Now you will get all the result like this. So basically after you split, there's a list, and the first one would be the this number, and the second one would be the symbol. So that's why we will have the first one, the first number should be equal n equal to like x 0, right? And the symbol should be x1. Now you get two of them, but how am I going to hold all this result? So you got n and symbol, so I have to define something called list. Okay, so you should have something called list. So like for example, I define a list, and you use a bracket to hold a list. And in here, you should put a tuple, and you want to append all whatever in your line. You will append. You will add one element into the list. So I used a tuple here. Let's see. So I would say just n. You have the second one called symbol. Okay. So after that, you should be close the loop, and you go here and you type list. And now we run it one more time and see what happened. So I paste, and we got a list like this. Okay. And here is our input, right? Our input. Now, it's time to do the output. Okay. So when we do the output, we just need to loop whatever we got in the list. So what you need to do is just like for line in list. Now you just saying print, like let's just print this one. Like we just want to print. How about just print the plus, the symbol? So we just print the second element. But from the index, you can see this one should be 0 and this one should be 1, right? So let's just try this one and see what happens. Once again, you have to click here and you go all the way. You copy it here and you go back. And if it is too far for you, it doesn't really matter. I will stop after I finish all the code, and then you can follow the code and type on your machine. Okay. All right. So no worry about that. And now, since we want to convert, like for example, we want to have 9 plus. Okay. So we want to have 9 plus. How am I going to do 9 plus? It's easy. You just multiply like 0. And let's see it work or not. All right, let's just try. And I'm going to paste. Oopsie, there's something wrong. So it's saying when you do, they always saying where's the error, right? So the error is on 15, and you go back to the 15, and it said can multiple sequence by non-int. So basically, when we convert the second element here, it is still a string. So you can multiple a string by another string. So what we need to do is just convert it to the int. Now let's try one more time. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to stop here. I will let you guys to finish this code. Okay, and I copy this one and put it here. All right. So I will let you guys to finish your coding so we can continue. Okay. All right. Okay. Once you finish the code, I want you to do one more thing. You should always verify your program, right? So if you go to our website called dataerror.ca and you come over in this question, and there should be a button called Run Code in dmoj.ca here. Okay, so you click on this button, you will go to another website called DMOJ, and probably you need to log in, and then you should copy all your program here, and then you paste in here. Now you click submit. Now I got fitting out of fitting, which means it's good. So you should do the same thing. All right. So here we finished for the first part. We finished the Python part. We solved the problem for the CCC 2019 J2, and we used the function called split. That's how we split the string into two by the space. And the second one is we use a tuple. So we put the tuple. We put this tuple into a list. And how to add the tuple into the list? You need to do the append, right? And the fourth point is we want to repeat the same character. So how are we going to repeat the same character? So yeah, you go to do the multiple. So like the first one multiple second one, and we can try it in the website. Let's just do like A. You can multiple by 9, and let's just run. Whoopsie, doesn't work here. Okay, but you should do it here, like not so you got 9. Okay, so we are gonna continue on our second part. So